What's up, guys? Carlton Washington here, and I have an exciting announcement, something I'm extremely excited about, and our company is excited about, and that is that we are bringing 4EVERYOUNG anti-aging solutions to Atlanta, not only to be in Atlanta, but my favorite part of Atlanta, which is Midtown Atlanta. We are right by the base of that brand new, beautiful Google building that shines bright at night here in Atlanta. The one thing I know right now is that most of you guys in Atlanta might not really know what 4EVERYOUNG is. And so I want to kind of give you a quick update as to what 4EVERYOUNG is, what we do, a little bit of background about us, what makes us different, and why we're so excited to be here and can't wait for you to come in our doors. My name is Carlton Washington. I am the co-founder, one of two. My partner, Dennis Dugaloo, who's still in South Florida right now, co-founded this company back in 2014. And to give you an idea of why, it was really purpose-driven. I had moved to South Florida from Atlanta. So I moved from Atlanta 11 years ago to South Florida to follow my wife's career. Really dissatisfied in that I didn't want to go to South Florida. I wanted to stay in Atlanta. I had a network in Atlanta. I felt like things were good here, but I followed her, wanted to make her happy, and we did. And so I ended up in a miserable situation, taking a big step back in my career and working for this miserable boss. Miserable.
We have sort of a problem here.
My nerves were shaking. I was full of like anxiety. And it was just looking back at it, it was a sign that I was in the wrong place and that I had taken a major step back and that I needed to do something about it. Because if not, my whole life would have basically been dictated by this decision. And so couldn't take it anymore. I was a patient of hormone replacement therapy at the time, by the way, which I was doing testosterone here at a clinic in Atlanta. And so when I was going through this process of being just really down and depressed every day, getting treated like crap in this corporate job, I was just thinking, you know, what would make me happy, or what can I do to sustain some level of happiness and keep going forward? And I knew that staying on my hormone replacement was key, and also staying as healthy and optimal as possible was key. And so I decided to just stop doing all the BS I was doing. I stopped going out, stopped drinking alcohol, stopped looking for, fun in the wrong places, partying, all that stuff. And I just decided to, hey, let me get in the best shape of my life. Let me cut out distraction, and let me figure out what I'm going to do with myself before I go crazy. And so I spent the time that I was at work working on a business plan to really help people with health, wellness, move the needle in someone's life, versus what I was doing. I was working in banking and I felt like I was hurting more people than helping. And the other part of my time was spent with my family and trying to get in the best shape of my life. And so when I was looking for a way to get coaching on how to be the best person that I could be, and again, I believe in coaching. I pay for coaching. I pay for coaching and personal development all throughout my life, and it's always paid off. I went out seeking the best of the best, someone who could help me, that had proven results, get in the best shape of my life. And that happened to be Dennis Dugaloo in South Florida. He was well known in terms of getting people in the best shape of their life, aesthetically especially. And he's also very experienced in the world of bodybuilding, fitness, and things of that nature. And so we got together and the guys started coaching me. I started getting good results. And as I'm going through this process, a mentor of mine who was a client said, hey, look, dude, I know what kind of business you're going into before. I have some experience in the industry. If you want to be successful in a business like this, you need at least 50 people to come in the door. Otherwise, you're going to have a really hard time. You're going to struggle. I said to this guy, I don't know 50 people. He's like, well, you better figure that part out. I got the bright idea like, hey, why don't I call this guy that I just met who's helping me out? He knows at least 50 people. Let's see if he'd be interested in partnering with me. I called the guy up. We go meet at a Starbucks. And literally at that meeting, he said, okay, no back and forth, no him and hawing. Okay. And so we started looking for locations. Long story short, we opened our first center in Boca Raton, Florida. And we really struggled and toiled through that. We were undercapitalized, had no money. But what we did add is we had a ton of passion. We knew that what we were offering, which was wellness and aesthetic services all under one roof, medical wellness and aesthetics all under one roof, we knew that if we could just get the word out to people, that every single thing that we did within those four walls worked. And that 9 times out of 10, someone was going to leave happy and come back happier each time. And so it was a really good feeling. And I can't speak for my partner, but I know for me, coming out of a situation where I was really treated poorly, the emphasis was on proving to people that you could actually create a business that treated people well when they came to work, treated customers well, and that there was a return from that without just focusing on dollars, making dollars. We needed to make money, but to tell you the truth, we were making like $200 a week for many, many months until our practice really kind of took off. The reason it took off is because we cared about our patients, we cared about our ambassadors, we cared about our staff and everything in between. And on top of that, we were actually making an impact in the community, actually showing up to events, actually volunteering our time, which really left a void in that space because people weren't doing that. It exploited a void in the space. And so we continue to work and grow the brand of Forever Young and get more patients in. And the coolest part about it was we were helping people along the way. We're doing diagnostic blood work, 10, 11, 12, 13 pages of blood work sometimes on patients as they're coming in. This might be the first time someone's ever encountered that. So either we're able to diagnose what is keeping them from optimal wellness by looking at every single function that we can determine and giving them a recommendation that's medically backed and also backed by experience in layman's terms of people who are actually not just salespeople. We're educating because we are the patient. Our wives are on this stuff. Our parents are on this stuff. Our family members are on this stuff. Our community, people that we care about, it are our patients. And so we're able to take every outcome from the patient, combine it with medical science that's driven and directed by a doctor, and give that to somebody, put that in their hands and arm them with the way to be better, arm them with the way to feel better, arm them with the way to look better. And for the people who are coming in that just wanted to look better, later down the road, we're able to plant the seed of like, hey, well, not only can we help you look better, but later on, we can also help you feel better. When you feel great and when you look great, you become your best version of yourself. And so that's what we became driven by. That's the business that we were in, was helping people be their best selves. And for that, we got a return on it. And for that, people helped us become successful. And for that reason, we were able to open a second location in South Florida. And with all of that being done at the same time, we knew we had something that was bigger than just a business. We knew we had a brand, we knew we had a movement. And so from that movement, we went on to create a franchise system where we have over 60 plus locations all across the United States in 17 states currently. And we open at least 1 to 2 stores a month. All of that just came out of a little dream of my partner and I of just doing better, doing something that made a difference, doing something that's cutting edge, pioneering a space that really wasn't there yet. There was a med spa business before, but there was no combination of vitality service, wellness services, elective medical services, all in one space, including the med spa. That's what we did to help people to be members of our community, to be upstanding business people, to treat every single person right, to give just as much as we receive. And we have been the benefactors of that 20, 30x over to this day. The biggest impact that our business has really had is showing that a business can make money while also participating in the community and really giving back to people information and power in their hands. Most of our people that we treat are well patients, but when well patients are coming in, sometimes there's underlying things that we can find in the blood work. There's been many people who we've been able to refer to get an initial diagnosis, something that they didn't know existed. And most people, you got to think, even your most healthy individual, your most diligent individuals going maybe to a doctor to get a physical once per year. We created a situation where our patients are coming in and getting physicals, and they're getting 90 to 120 day updates on their blood work consistently. So if something changes in that blood work, we're able to say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, look at what we found here. Let's refer you out and get this checked out. And Mr. and Mrs. Smith either get checked out and everything's fine, or we find that maybe everything's not fine, and we just armed you with the power to do something about it ahead of time, which saves lives. And there's been countless times we've been able to catch something and save someone's life. It is the best feeling as a business owner when you're able to say, hey, look, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we just found this, go get it checked out. And they call you back and say, thank you so much for pointing this out. My regular primary care doctor never did this kind of blood work. Oh, they said they can't afford it. They said insurance won't pay for it. The cool thing about Forever Young is that this is elective treatment. This is the stuff that you want to check out so that you can have the highest quality of life, not just physically, but aesthetically as well, so that you're looking your best, but you also are not ignoring what's going on the inside. That's the feel your best part. That's the part that shows up in your liver function, your kidney function, and your endocrine system. and all the other areas, your cardiac situation that we can actually look at on this lab work. We can even look for autoimmune disorders and things of that nature for people who just have an unexplained fatigue or can't figure out why they can't get together. These tests, typically your doctor's not going to run because insurance is not going to authorize it. We do these things in our office and you get to dictate it. And we get to go over it in a plan that's long-term. And what we found is as long as we're treating our patients with the respect that they deserve and the service level that they deserve, that is missing in today's society almost everywhere you go, that they stick with us and they get better and they get better with time. Instead of like people that are in the sick care system where they're getting worse and worse and sicker and sicker. Our goal is to optimize people to the best of our ability, which is using medical science, the latest and greatest, and with data. And at the same time, giving people what they want, which is when they walk out of their house, giving them that feel-good confidence that they look and feel the way that they want to. So whether it's fixing wrinkles in the face or filling in, collagen loss or volume loss or medical grade skincare that's going to make you glow, facials that are going to make you glow, PRP that can help heal minor injuries that are going to save you money for, orthopedics and stuff like that. Growth hormone that's going to help you sleep better. That's going to help you have a better body composition. Hormone replacement that's going to help you get to that menopause, skip menopause, or just feel the best that you have and give you the body composition that you want. Or men's testosterone replacement that's literally going to give you your life back and give away what modern society is taking away from us, which is the impact that it's having, whether it's the food or environment, on our endocrine system, bringing our sex hormones low and making us feel depressed like we don't want to do anything and not realizing the whole time that this could be hormonal, which a lot of the time we're finding that it is. All that in 4 walls within a 4EVER Young center. And so the coolest thing is now is we get to bring this to Atlanta, where I left 11 years ago without a plan, in depression, reluctant to go, without any direction of where my life was headed. I get to return to the place that I love, this city that gave me so much opportunity when I couldn't afford to live in DC any longer, when I was a college student, just getting out and didn't know what I wanted to do. I just showed up in Atlanta, and Atlanta helped give me those opportunities. Atlanta welcomed me with open arms. Atlanta helped me in my career. Atlanta gave me Kennesaw State University for my MBA and a great network, and Kappa Alpha Psi and all the friends and different people that I've been able to interact here with and build relationships with, and all the financial literacy and everything else that I got from this city, the strong business acumen and the willingness of people in Atlanta to do business, to grow and network is something that we did not have in South Florida. I'm just going to be honest about that. South Florida is sink or swim. It's not the friendliest environment. Anybody who's seasoned down there will tell you that. It's not the place where they're just welcoming you with open arms. It's like, are you going to make it here or not? Who are you? What are you doing here? I don't trust you. That kind of is like the way I feel like when we went to South Florida. Here in Atlanta, since I've been back, people walk up to me like, what is your business? What is 4EVER Young? What's that thing that's on your truck? We're about 4 weeks out from opening here in Midtown Atlanta, 1080 West Peachtree Street, right in the center of the city, blocks away from the Beltline, blocks away from Piedmont Park, at the base of the Google building. In my opinion, epicenter of everything in Atlanta, blocks away from Atlantic Station. We have a location that's got parking in the back in the city in a garage that's covered, VIP for you to come in and check out 4EVER Young in Midtown Atlanta. It's 4EVER Young Atlanta. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You're going to see us on YouTube. You're going to see us on the Beltline. You're going to see us on Piedmont Park. You're going to see us walking into local businesses, shaking hands and kissing babies and making friends in our community and finding out ways that we can sponsor events, finding out ways we can participate in things in our community, help this city, not just going out asking for people to give us their money, but also what we can give back to be strong, supportive members of the Midtown Atlanta community. That's what we're excited about. I partnered with Taj Jones, who is not only my fraternity brother, but a longtime friend, and also a South Florida native who lives here in Atlanta as well. And so we have partnered together in this location, again, in Midtown Atlanta, to really help bring what we do to the people of Atlanta. We feel like there's a void here. There's some wellness places, right? There's some med spas, right? But I haven't seen a one-stop shop that does what 4EVER Young does with the passion for what we do and with owners who actually care, who are involved in the business, who show up to the office every day. Not only am I a co-founder of this company, I plan on working in this business, meeting patients, calling back people to make sure that your experience is what it should be. The accountability and the onus rests on our shoulders to make sure that you have a good experience at 4EVERYOUNG and to make sure that that experience at 4EVERYOUNG is better than anywhere else you can go in the city of Atlanta. Again, it's got to be better than anywhere else you go in the city of Atlanta. If it's not, my face is on that, right? Our brand is on that. And the buck stops with us. So if you come into an encounter with a 4EVERYOUNG and you have a less than stellar experience, let me know. Let us know. You, whatever age and demographic you are, if you're competing in the workplace, in sports, in any kind of activity, you will outperform all your peers who are not optimal, which is most people. Most people walk around dehydrated. Most people walk around without proper nutrients. Most people are not happy with their body composition. Most people are not always happy with their skincare and all of these different things that they don't maybe know that they can get a control over, that they can have an impact over, that they can do something about that's actually healthy and fighting all of the negative environments and food and all the negative stress that's out there in the world that we face every single day. That is what 4EVERYOUNG does. And I am so excited to bring 4EVERYOUNG Atlanta to you. Our company, 4EVERYOUNG, is excited. My business partner, Taj, is excited. My co-founder, Dennis, is excited. Everybody that comes in to our store that encounters us in the field right now is getting a free service. So we're giving away either free mini facials, free B12 shots, free IV therapy, and some other free services as well. We are an educational brand. We do not hard sell people. So if you want to come in and use one of these services and you don't like it, you don't have to come back. You're not going to get harassed. You're not going to get upsold and pushed to do something while you're there. We're going to tell you what we do. We're going to show you what we do. And our plan is to kill you with kindness and great customer service. That the only natural thing for you to do is to come back. We want to earn your business, Atlanta. We want to earn your business, Midtown. And we want to show you the 4EVERYOUNG difference, the 4EVERYOUNG way, and what separates us from every other med spa or wellness center in the state of Georgia. We are opening in March, 1080 West Peachtree Street. We are right at the bottom of the M Radius building across from the brand new Google building. We treat all demographics. We are looking to work with patients that are above the age of 18 in aesthetics and wellness. It's never too early to start taking control of your health, and it's never too early to start that preventative maintenance on our appearance. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, my name is Carlton Washington. I'm the co-founder of 4EVERYOUNG. I'm so excited to see you here in Midtown Atlanta, Georgia. We open in March. Our doors are going to be wide open. Remember, guys, we're giving away free treatments for people that come in. We want to partner with ambassadors. We want to partner with influencers. We want to partner with the community. And we want to partner with like-minded individuals who want to be their best, who want to look their best, who want to feel their best, and who want to be forever young for as long as they can. Thank you, guys.